And one thing, I'm
Good stuff.
appreciating you, Reverend Roland. God bless you for it. Maybe you are done another Moses that we have been waiting for in Cameroon. I really pray so.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Good stuff. I mean, I appreciate your insight, and I'm taking notes, man. And you guys are inspiring me. Since we started the Nation Builders University, I'm super proud of us coming together to be the catalyst of change in our nation. And everyone that has signed up for the Nation Builders University, we would like to hear your experience so far, what you've acquired from this book. What is your perspective on reality?
It's a great opportunity and a privilege to see men who still see possibilities in the midst where everyone tries to give up because of one thing or the other that we are facing here today. To cut a long story short, in going through the book of Magic of Thinking, I think I just finished lesson 7, which I did my summary. Even though we have a lot of network challenges, sometimes I travel to different villages and I may not be accessible to network. First thing first is that I believe that
I'd like to greet everybody again, and I would like to say thank you to our admin, Roland Fru. Yes, from what I've learned so far in the book has really helped me a lot. Especially, I joined the group. It was 2 to 3 weeks finishing my exams, and it has really helped me a lot, especially some few chapters from chapter 5 going downward. So the first thing I really got from the book was limiting beliefs.
Yeah, like I said, I am called Jam Esawa. And it has been a wonderful experience, and I want to thank God so much for the opportunity. Yeah, a few of the lessons that I've learned from this book is I've learned that my thinking power is far more important than my intelligence. So I can be very intelligent, but if my thinking power is not at work, it might not lead me anywhere.
Thank you very much, sir. And once again, good evening to everybody. As I said, I'm Tumenta and I'm based in Bamenda, Cameroon. Actually, it's been an amazing experience for me. And one important thing that the course has highlighted repeatedly is the fact that the highest form of slavery we have been subject to is that of the mind, mental slavery. And until we get to emancipate ourselves from that mental slavery, it will be difficult for us to thrive. First and foremost, I really want to say I'm grateful to Reverend Fru for the approach taken in this project, because you could have a wonderful, a very brilliant idea, but if the people you've got to be working with, they do not have the right mental orientation, the right mindset, definitely is going to collapse. And you would bear with me that a lot of good things have come up, but because they are started somewhere in the middle, they don't get to last. So I really appreciate this a lot. And as far as the book is concerned, I want to say that I have been learning a lot from it. It's a whole mind-building process, a whole mind-changing process, and I am finding it very interesting. And I have gotten to learn that you've got to think positively. no matter the circumstances, because a man can only go as far as he thinks.
I'm from Bamenda, but based in Yaoundé for now. And once again, I want to thank you personally, sir, for everything. As there was a video you made. There was a video you made like that. The video has impacted me. After going through my first lesson, the magic of thinking big, it impacted me in such a way that I do understand that I grown up with a negative mindset. Seriously, I grown up with a negative mindset, and it makes me to understand I have to change my mindset. Yes, I have to change my mindset. Be positive, think big, think solutions. Always look for solutions, positive changes. Everything, and it makes me to understand that everything starts from the mind. Whether success or everything, failure. If you are to fail, you fail it from your mind before you fail.
Good stuff.
In real life. I mean, before you succeed, you have to think success, strategies, how to go about it. It's not just about everything. You have to think about it. You have to plan it. And that failure, it should just be like a mistake. It should not be like a kind of thing just to correct and take over. You should not fail and keep sleeping. You get up, change strategy, you go forward. That's one thing. And there was this thing I wanted to ask her. Is there a possibility? Because the Cameroonians, I will not say, can I even say Cameroonians? My English brothers, they really need they really need these materials. These are powerful materials. They are impacting people's life. Seriously, they need it because their minds are negative. I will not say they don't have positive mind. They have too much negatives. They need to think positive. Because without a positive thinking, there is nothing good. Yes. Even there was this thing that the pastor, what I was saying, that to build a house, a designer sees the future of it. That's thinking big. You have to think before you see it. So I don't even know to talk, but I think I can end here. And one thing, I'm appreciating you, Reverend Roland. God bless you for it. Maybe you are another Moses that we have been waiting for in Cameroon. I really pray so.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. I appreciate your insight, and I'm taking notes, man. And you guys are inspiring me. I think let's make this a culture and do this. As we do this every Monday, that's amazing. So you said something powerful, Kennedy. You said you fail in your mind before you fail in real life.
Yes.
That gave me chills. If you have to succeed, you will succeed in your mind first before you succeed in real life.
Yes, sir.
And that is good stuff. That alone is enough for me to take. You guys are feeding me, man. I'm getting a lot of goosebumps coming. Just hearing this. And this is how we build, guys. Imagine like what he said. This is free, right? This course is free. We are not charging anybody. And have your friends, everybody. This is how we build our community, guys. Like everybody should get plugged in. Send them through the WhatsApp group, but at least they must introduce themselves. We don't just want people who are passive. We want everybody to be active, because that's how you get change. That's how you experience transformation. I received an audio this morning from a brother explaining some of the challenges that have to do with navigating systems within our country to establish maybe a project of this magnitude, or to penetrate the legal system in Cameroon. Listening to that before coming to this meeting, it actually made me smile, because I love challenges. And it is in that process when you overcome a huge obstacle that you feel like you did something great, right? If everything was easy and then you just go through it, you don't really feel like it actually made an impact. You were creative in the process to overcome that challenge. But if you meet a huge obstacle, for instance, in the Bible, we know of David and Goliath. What makes David relevant is the giant that he took down, right? And that is a beautiful analogy as to David portraying who he is by bringing down that giant. And I want to say, navigating the legal system in Cameroon and doing what we plan to do is something that we will be all proud of when we actually do something that everyone has thought it is impossible, because we dare to dream big and say we will choose the path of peace. We can negotiate and be able to create opportunities for all Cameroonians. So this book, The Magic of Thinking Big, the whole idea was to stretch our imagination. So by the time we are done with a couple of books on this program, we'll be on a whole different trend of thought. And that is why I strongly encourage that every Cameroonian that wants to be part of this project goes through Nation Builders University. Yeah, because by the time we are done with the books that we have lined up for this, you will be unstoppable. So I encourage everyone to take what we are doing here like really serious. First, for your life. Secondly, for the nation. And I want to remind us that what we are doing, there are individuals that have risen up in a nation like us and choose the path of peace, choose strategy, and they've initiated change. Americans have done it. Citizens like us came together and believed in the possibilities of their nation and initiated change. Cameroon is a blessed nation. We have a lot of opportunities. Diversity is strength. And I want to say we have the opportunity to tap into every African market, and only Cameroon has that opportunity because we speak English and French. And that is the gift we have, and we should use it for our favor, right? Which is not a hindrance that we speak English and French. It is a plus. And we can utilize that opportunity and penetrate every African market. And that is exactly what we set out to do. So right now, I would like to read a couple of things that I realized from this book, because there are people in life that see hindrances in everything that they attempt to do. And there are others who see opportunity in everything that they attempt to do. You always have these individuals in society, but we are the ones that you see a challenge and you say, this is an opportunity. This is an opportunity to prove who God made you to be. If the mountain is big, then you believe that, yes, I'm capable. And there's a reason why I was born in Cameroon. There's a reason why we are all Cameroonians, because God prepared us knowing that there will be a challenge like this in 2024. And a group of individuals like this will rise up to that challenge and say, we want to make peace and carve a compelling future for every Cameroonian. So I would like for us to have, this is not a monologue. We have to be discussing. I would love to hear everybody's input, because at the end of the day, whatever you learn from this university, we are raising leaders. You guys will go ahead and lead other groups, other WhatsApp groups, and become leaders. That's exactly. Let's make this interactive. You see what I'm saying? So this book actually demolishes every excuse and let you understand that there will be people like that in society, but they can only go so far. But if you believe in your heart that you were called for greatness, you will find a way. There is always a way. And if you still have breath in your lungs, there is a way for you to make something great in your life. Make something great out of your nation. Make something great out of your circumstance. That is the reality. What I'm saying to you here is what I live. This is my life. There is always a way. And things that people have said, even in this nation, that is impossible. There are doors that we've cracked open. and to prove to the community that you can think different. And that's the energy that I bring to us. And let you guys know, if you can penetrate the system here in America, there is no country in Africa that you cannot penetrate. I just want to repeat that again. If you can penetrate the system right here in America, because there are some things that are reserved just for Americans. If you can penetrate those systems, there is no nation led by a black man that we will not be able to penetrate. And people will be shocked when we start opening those doors. They're like, wow, we didn't believe that these people can go this far, but we will do it cooperatively. And these books are the foundation. This collection of books that I've selected for us to go through, they are the foundation. So devour everything in this book. Listen to it 2 times. There is a PDF version of the book. Read it. Sometimes you go through those audios and make that audio at least so that you can just run through it, but just go through the pages and begin to take notes and own whatever you hear in there that you believe that you can achieve for your own life. You understand what I'm saying? Own it. If they say it's possible, own it. Say it's possible for your life, for your dreams, for your business, for your family. You own it. Yes. Anything that is negative and creates fear, create doubt, creates opposition, you reject that. Believe in the good. You try, you fail, you keep trying. And number 5, the last, we believe that God's plan for us are good and not evil. Therefore, we will make it our responsibility to always dwell upon what is good. And that will bring prosperity in our lives. Family, community, nation, Africa, and the world. We are nation builders, and we believe we can, and God being our helper. So I just thought I read this 5 core beliefs, like what we believe. We believe that we will do the impossible. So I think that is it. But I think there is more to what I've just said, right? And that is what this book is designed to do for us. So at this point, I would love for us to just share briefly, take 2 minutes and share what is the most valuable lesson you've learned from this book. What is the most valuable lesson that you've learned just going through this book so far? Feel free to turn on your audio. There's no strict rules here. Feel free to turn on your audio and have a conversation. Yeah. Hello, are you hearing me?
Yes, sir, we are getting you 5 on 5.
Yeah.
Can I begin?
Yes. You've learned from this book. Let's make this interactive. What is the most valuable lesson that you've learned just going through this book so far? Feel free to turn on your audio. There's no strict rules here. Feel free to turn on your audio and have a conversation. Yeah. Hello, are you hearing me?
Yes, sir, we are getting you 5 on 5.
Yeah.
Can I begin?
Yes.
Yeah, like I said, I am called Jam Esawa, and it has been a wonderful experience, and I want to thank God so much for the opportunity. Yeah, a few of the lessons that I've learned from this book is I've learned that my thinking power is far more important than my intelligence. So I can be very intelligent, but if my thinking power is not at work, it might not lead me anywhere. I have also learned that the level of my accomplishment depends on how big I think. So the little I think, the little I will accomplish. The bigger I think, the bigger things I will also accomplish. And also, I have learned that one of the greatest weakness of humanity is self-depreciation. We always like to look little of ourselves and see others more important, more bigger, and more intelligent than us. So until I begin to see myself as valuable, until I begin to see myself as important, until I begin to see myself that I can accomplish whatsoever my mindset sets to accomplish, that is when I will begin to make the change and make the bigger changes that I need for my life. And also, one of the lessons that I have learned is that in the vocabulary of those who want to succeed, impossibility does not exist. So I have to believe that everything is possible. The moment I believe that it is possible, that is when I can be able to achieve it. And also, I have learned and I'm putting into practice every morning from the book. I learned that every morning I can dedicate 10 hours just to speak positively to the day, how I want the day to look like, the kind of things that I want to achieve, and how I want them to be achieved. And I really want to thank God because this has been helping me. It has been so challenging where I am working. I was thinking of this. This is the most stressful work that I am doing, but these few days, just getting up in the morning, speaking to the day positively, speaking and writing down what I would do and what I would not want to do has really helped me a lot. Also, I just bought a book because in the book I was encouraged that it's good I get a book and I jot down every idea that drops into my mind. So I just got a book for that, and I'm ready to be dropping down any idea, every idea that will come up to my mind. Thank you so much.
Amazing. That's awesome. Yep. So yeah, let's go ahead. Who's next? What have you learned from this book so far, and what is your experience? I really appreciate your input, sir. And I'm like, that's mind blowing. I mean, beautiful. When we think big, right? I mean, there's nothing we can achieve. And I just want to let you guys know this is how Americans build this nation. Some people think, oh, you have to be in America or whatever. No. Just reading these books, man, there's a lot you can achieve. And there's a lot we will achieve because these are the books that change the mindset of these people in this country. These are the ideas that have been documented. And this is exactly what we are going to take and apply and get the same results. Yes, next. Who's next? Yeah, Wilson?
Yes,
I see
sir.
your audio is on. Yeah.
Yes. Can I talk?
Yes, go ahead. Yeah, so we are sharing the experiences you've had so far.
Okay, sir. Yeah, sorry, I came late because I was trying to connect. It was not going due to my network.
Yeah, go ahead. That's fine. Yeah, so start by introduce yourself, and then go ahead and share your experience, like what you've learned so far in this book, The Magic of Thinking Big.
Okay, sir. My name is Roger Winson. I'm from Cameroon Southwest region, precisely Buya. A civil engineering student in one of the private university in Buya, study civil engineering, and also I'm also architectural design that do civil engineering design, plan drawing, and all the lights. So what I've learned so far with in the book the book just would the book encouraged me more to work. For the book helped me more to work hard on myself, and also encouraged me on my education precisely because I got a new book concerning the lesson this university, just to see I can improve myself both in my career and in my day-to-day life. How I can try to see as a young boy trying to grow, how I can make Cameroon a better place and also make my life a better one. So the book has helped me a lot. I've just gone through just lesson one because I was writing my exam, so I was not having that much time to go through everything. But I'm done this week. I'm going to go through the complete note, the complete test book.
Amazing. Amazing, Wilson. At least the book.
Yes,
Yeah, you're welcome. I mean, I appreciate that you can be able to dream and believe and think big just going through the chapter one. And that's amazing. And as you go through the book, we will have another session next week. We will go ahead and keep sharing our experiences because this is how we empower one another and start thinking the same towards the direction or believing that this goal is even possible. So what's next?
Thank you, sir.
Yes, Kingsley. I think Kingsley wants, yes, Kingsley's hand is up. Kingsley, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Good evening to everyone. My name is Mo Kingsley, and living in the Southwest region. I'm from Uku in the Northwest region. I'm a pastor. I live here in the Southwest, particularly in the city of Kumba, even though I don't have a permanent city where I resident. I'm doing a lot of work as concerned the mission works in discipleships and evangelism. Coming across Reverend Roland Fru is a great opportunity and a privilege to see men who still see possibilities in the midst where everyone tries to give up because of one thing or the other that we are facing here today. To cut a long story short, in going through the book of Magic of Thinking, I think I just finished lesson 7, which I did my summary. Even though we have a lot of network challenges, sometimes I travel to different villages and I may not be accessible to network. First thing first is that I believe that failure is an opportunity to tell us where we didn't.
Oh, I think we lost you. Oh. And it's like you're about to give some bars. We just lost you. I don't know if Facebook is a much more better option. Maybe next week we're gonna do Facebook. I think with that,
I think this is good. Everybody's just for
good?
one person. Yeah, like
Okay.
Rogers, those who were having difficulties are getting it. So
Awesome. So yeah, Kingsley, you're back. You can continue.
Yes, sir. Sorry, my network is disturbing out here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like I was saying, I learned in that book that failure is an open door to learn things that you didn't know. And so dwelling in failure is one of the ways that many have failed. But sometimes failure is an opportunity and a privilege to learn new things that you didn't know and give us the capacity to know what we are supposed to know and to know which wrong method did we apply and what were we lacking to put in place. And so I believe that one of the greatest things I believe that failure, as many people believe, is not a stumbling block, but it's an open door for us to open our minds and to learn more than we could talk. In that, I also learned that one, that everything that we are doing, three things must be put in place. Number one, we must create our time, we must create up the energy and the resources to invest in our vision to in order to accomplish it. If there is no time, if there is no energy, if there is no resources to accomplish any vision you will have, it is all going to die. And I also learned in the book that sometimes the people you may look up to sometimes may fail you, but time comes where you encourage yourself personally. And I think that I use Joshua chapter 1, verse 6, and then Joshua chapter 1 and verse 9. And so I believe that going through this, I believe that there is power in thinking. I am an architect who wants to see a house already built in my mind before going to the foundation to lay, to begin to put on the blocks. And so the thinking of an architect is what we are supposed to simulate and also begin to do it. I always like one scripture in the Bible because I like, as Reverend Fru once told us, that this is the basic foundation of this gathering is Christ. And so I have one scripture which I always dwell in. He said, of the things that Jesus began to do and to teach, many people are good teachers, but doing is one of the hardest core that I have seen on the world. A man can preach about holiness, for example, but he may not be able to live up to the standard of holiness. He cannot do it. And so he's living in immorality. And so I learned in that book that some of our thinking is good, but until we put those thinking into effect or into doing, your thinking has no effect. You are not different from a man who has nothing. And so I end by this statement. A man that is staying on top of a mountain with an empty mind, with untransformed mind, and a man that is staying at the valley with a transformed mind, it shows that you who is at the top is not even at the top. It is the man that is at the valley with a mind of freedom. Freedom is only freedom when your mind is free. I can still be in prison, but my mind is already free. And that is the greatest freedom that we have. Freedom is not when our bodies are free. Paul was able to do greater things when he was in prison, not when he was out of prison. And so thank you, Reverend, and well blessed, and thank you so much.
Powerful, powerful, powerful. I mean, that gives me goosebumps. I mean, that is the mindset that we need. This is the mindset that we need to transform Cameroon. Because you hear things of people saying, oh, we are in chains. We are not in chains. It's in the mind. I love this. See, guys, this is the energy that we need to bring about transformation in our nation. When we start talking and thinking like this, there is nothing that will stop us. Nothing can stop a group of people who are determined to bring transformation on this earth. Nah, good stuff, good stuff, good stuff, man of God. Keep it up. Yeah, so who's next?
Please, can I come in?
Yes, Tomenta? Is
Oh.
Yes. Tomenta, you were trying to say something?
Okay,
yes, go ahead.
Thank you very much, sir. And once again, good evening to everybody. As I said, I'm Tomenta and I'm based in Bamenda, Cameroon. Actually, it's been an amazing experience for me. And one important thing that the course has highlighted repeatedly is the fact that the highest form of slavery we have been subject to is that of the mind, mental slavery. And until we get to emancipate ourselves from that mental slavery, it will be difficult for us to thrive. First and foremost, I really want to say I'm grateful to Roland Fru for the approach taken in this project, because you could have a wonderful, a very brilliant idea, but if the people you've got to be working with, they do not have the right mental orientation, the right mindset, definitely is going to collapse. And you would bear with me that a lot of good things have come up, but because they are started somewhere in the middle, they don't get to last. So I really appreciate this a lot. And as far as the book is concerned, I want to say that I have been learning a lot from it. It's a whole mind building process, a whole mind changing process. And I am finding it very interesting. And I have gotten to learn that you've got to think positively no matter the circumstances, because a man can only go as far as he thinks. A man can only go as far as he thinks. A man can only succeed as far as he thinks. Like the video did say, a person with one arm with the right attitude is going to beat a person with two arms and wrong attitude anytime, any day. So
Powerful.
it has a lot to do with the attitude I put on as a young person, the kind of thoughts I nurse, the kind of thoughts I get to entertain as a young person, the kind of experiences I get to capitalize on as a young person. Do I choose to pay more attention to the negative things that I come across in life, or I choose to pay more attention to the positive experiences and see the negative things as opportunities, as stepping stones for growth? All of that will get to determine how far I can be able to go as a young person. And also, I found this lesson on excuses very, very interesting. I got to come in contact with this project at a time when I was reading a book titled No Excuses. And it gets to blend a lot with some of the things I got to read in that book. You would always find reasons for not doing something. You would always have many excuses for not going there, for not taking that lesson, for not embarking on that project, for not listening to that person, for not attending that seminar and all that. There will always be 1,000 reasons, 1,000 excuses. But those excuses are actually limitations. And most at times, they are built and planted in your mind by the devil as a way of holding you back from getting to freedom. And so, as a young person, what I have to pay more attention to is the reason why I should do than the reason why I shouldn't. I should be more focused on the opportunities that are presented to me than the challenges or the stumbling blocks to those opportunities. Because in as much as there are several reasons why I shouldn't have embarked on this project, there are many more reasons why I should be here now. And so I have decided to leverage on that instead of the negative part of it. So we should quit the health excusitis. We should emancipate ourselves from that. Intelligence excusitis, we should emancipate ourselves from that, because most of the times you get to think that, no, I am not brilliant enough to get on this. I am not trained, I'm not educated enough to get on this. But it is not all about your level of education, but it is about your level of confidence. Put yourself at a high level as well as you're going to put others. So we should emancipate ourselves from all that luck excusitis. Life is not about luck. Success is predictable. And so if you put on the right attitude and you take the right action, not just hoping. Hope is the starting point. While hoping, you set a roadmap for yourself to take one step at a time. Definitely, you're going to get to success. So those are some of the things that I was able to pick from there. And also the fear factor. The fear factor I also learned is one limiting factor that most at times we have had to battle with. The fear of failing, the fear of being criticized by other people and all that. And the antidote to fear is self-confidence. Give yourself some healthy level of self-esteem. Give yourself some healthy level of confidence. Shun inferiority complex, because especially us in Cameroon, young people in Cameroon, we feel very inferior. The whites got it all more than us. I am just an Anglophone. Anglophones don't have any position in Cameroon. We cannot do anything. We cannot go beyond just being an Anglophone and all that. And so all these fears, they tend to limit us, but we've got to build a certain level of self-confidence. And finally, and for me, most importantly, the book, it gets to talk a lot about how we get to relate with people, which I think is very important because life is all about network. You can never survive in isolation. You've got to deal with people every day of your life. And so if you have to succeed, you have to know exactly how to deal with these people, how to be a likable person. And so if you, for example, you put it in your mind that people are not bad, everybody is good, everybody is nice. It's just that we have different kind of experiences. So probably if you insulted me today, it is not like you're really a bad person. If you hit me, it is not like you were born to hit people, but probably it's because of some bad experiences that you're going through and all that. I'll be able to reason from your own point, from your own direction, and understand you more quickly, and then we'll collaborate more than we will fight. So this, among many others, I have really been fed. So that's why I had to talk for long. I'm really sorry.
You're good, man. Come on. We need this energy so bad. I mean, I'm taking notes. I mean, like those who are watching, I mean, you should be taking notes because that is how we feed from each other. You can read, that's why you see we read the Bible, right? And one person gets something else out of the same text, another person gets something completely different out of the same text. And it's when we share like this, we network with each other. I mean, like I've read this book like 3 or 4 times. Like 5 years ago that I read this book, and it changed my mind, changed my life forever. But just hearing the brother going through the same book and bringing out knowledge, man, this is good stuff, bro. And one thing that I just like a takeaway that I just wrote from what I heard is that a person with one arm with a good attitude will always beat someone who has 2 arms with a bad attitude. That is a good takeaway from that. And success is predictable. I mean, this is something, if all Anglophones believe this, bro, man, if all Anglophones believe this, we will not be here. Success is predictable. That is, there are certain things you can do and diligently do and be successful. And it's not about just a matter of luck. It is predictable. And that's powerful. So self-confidence, inferiority complex. Yeah, Anglophones have been taught like, oh, we are just Anglophone. We are just Black people. What can we do? We are changing that narrative in this dispensation. So, brother, I had a lot out of that. And you can never survive in isolation. Be in a community like this. Communicate, interact, have your voice heard. This is the place. Nobody will shame you here. Even if you're stuttering, we will still listen to what you're saying and encourage you. And with time, you will become better. Make it a habit to always have your voice heard. Yes, make the mistakes. The students who are in class who put up their hands and fumble, at the end of the day, they learn, right? So no matter how it looks like, have your voice heard. Nobody's here to judge you or shame you. We encourage you and we stand with you. So what's next? Let's go. Yes. What's next? Let's make sure we do this so we can wrap up and be on time. Yes.
Can I proceed?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, all right.
So this is Belfry? Belfry.
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
I'd like to greet everybody again. I would like to say thank you to our admin, Roland Fru. Yes, from what I've learned so far in the book has really helped me a lot. Especially, I joined the group. It was 2 to 3 weeks finishing my exams, and it has really helped me a lot, especially some few chapters from chapter 5 going downward. So my first the first thing I really got from the book was challenging and limiting beliefs.
Yeah.
So what I really get from there is like when you believe, like for example, if I'm going to write an examination right now, then I have to like challenge myself. Like if I'm going to write an examination, I need to challenge myself to, like if I'm reading to have a B grade, I need to challenge myself. I need to set up a goal like for an A grade. So I need to challenge myself. If I already see myself as an intelligent person, I need to read more for me to really make it in that exam. Then I also learn to take calculated risks. Like for example, if like if the day like for example, if you for example, I don't know how to put it, but I want to try and say something.
Come on,
For
do it.
example, if you take calculated risks, like for example, like you know that when you want to do something, you can have a gain from that thing, but to take the next step ahead of you, you know that you don't really fit for the thing. You need to put a belief in yourself. You need to like you need to encourage yourself. You need to stay positive before going ahead. Like you should not limit yourself of who you are or the kind of family you come from or like your background. You should set a goal and believe that you can make it. Then this one, reframe criticism. Like if you are that kind of person that anything you do, they always criticize you, you have to stay calm. You have to stay, if they always criticize you, you have to stay calm. You have to have like a mindset where not everything that people say is what you should put in your mind. You need to be yourself in that kind of a situation. Then this one, to embrace failure.
Yeah.
Like when you try your first step to do something good, which is good and to benefit you, not just you, but also the people around you, your community or your country. When you take a step to do something, then you feel that should not discourage you from doing that thing again. You should try to always push yourself, to always go again and again and again till you succeed. Then this one, to focus on solution. Yes, like after you embrace your failure, after you have gone again and again and again, when you actually get there, you not take that into consideration and putting that solution in your mind. You now have to start developing new ideas that can help you and the society. For now, that's all I can say. I really have some language barrier. I don't know.
No, you're doing good. You're doing Belfry. I mean, that's amazing. Good stuff, man. And I took a lot out of that. I mean, guys, challenging limiting beliefs. That is one of the takeaways. So if you're taking your own notes, that's amazing. Take calculated risk. This is amazing. You see, guys, the reason why we are doing what we are doing here, once we are done with the books that we have for this foundation course, I can be able to understand who I'm dealing with from that point moving forward. And if we are taking any risk, you will understand that this is a calculated risk. And the reason why we will succeed because of the mindset we have. And taking calculated risk is important. And you cannot take risk with people that don't have the same thinking like you. Right. And that is why you have to create this kind of community. We have to create this kind of community, empower people. You'll be shocked to see what individuals will go on and build in that country. And they thought maybe nothing good can come out of Anglophones, or nothing good can come out of Cameroonians, or nothing good can come out of Africa. No, something good can come out of us. And that is what we are setting out to do. So another thing I had, reframe criticism, like embrace failure, focus on the solution. Sometimes we focus too much on the failure. We don't even look at the opportunities. When I look at Cameroon, I'm super excited. I mean, guys, I've never had goosebumps looking at the problem like the one we have and understanding how we can really solve this problem. And you might be shouting in the wilderness and nobody's getting you. I'm super excited. Guys, we are about to become extremely prosperous in Cameroon because of the problems that exist. The Chinese man, when they see a problem, they say opportunity, opportunity. When we say we have bad roads, the Chinese, and when people are putting out on the road, on social media, oh, the road is bad, the government is not doing a good job. The Chinese man is coming in to sign contracts and take that opportunity and make money creating roads for us. Why not us? Why don't we see our own problems as opportunities? You get the mindset, and that is what we are doing right here, getting the right frame of mind to take advantage of these opportunities. They are not problems, they are opportunities. So who's next? Let's go. Great job, Bev. Great job.
Can I say something, sir?
Yes, go ahead, Kennedy.
Okay. Once again, good evening, everyone.
Yes.
I'm called Chinchin Kennedy, as is there. I'm from Bamenda, but based in Yaoundé for now. And once again, I want to thank you personally, sir, for everything. As there was a video you made. There was a video you made like that. The video has impacted me. After going through my first lesson, the magic of thinking big, it impacted me in such a way that I do understand that I grown up with a negative mindset. Seriously, I grown up with a negative mindset. And it makes me to understand I have to change my mindset. Yes, I have to change my mindset. Be positive, think big, think solutions. Always look for solutions, positive changes. Everything, and it makes me to understand that everything starts from the mind. Whether success or everything, failure. If you are to fail, you fail it from your mind before you fail.
Good stuff.
In your life. I mean, before you succeed, you have to think success, strategies, how to go about it. It's not just about everything. You have to think about it. You have to plan it. And that failure, it should just be like a mistake. It should not be like a kind of thing just to correct and take over. It should not fail and keep sleeping. You get up, change strategy, you go forward. That's one thing. And there was this thing I wanted to ask her. Is there a possibility? Because the Cameroonians, I will not say, can I even say Cameroonians? My English brothers, they really need they really need these materials. These are powerful materials. They are impacting people's life. Seriously, they need it because their minds are negative. I will not say they don't have positive mind. They have too much negatives. They need to think positive. Because without a positive thinking, there is nothing good. Yes. Even there was this thing that the pastor, what I was saying, that to build a house, a designer sees the future of it. That's thinking big. You have to think before you see it. So I don't even know to talk, but I think I can end here. And one thing, I'm appreciating you, Reverend Roland. God bless you for it. Maybe you are done another Moses that we have been waiting for in Cameroon. I pray so.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Good stuff. I mean, I appreciate your insight, and I'm taking notes, man. And you guys are inspiring me. I think, yeah, let's make this a culture and do this. I mean, like, as we do this every Monday, that's amazing. So you said something powerful, Kennedy. You said you fail in your mind before you fail in real life.
Yes.
That gave me chills. I mean, like, if you have to succeed, you will succeed in your mind first before you succeed in real life.
Yes, sir.
And that is good stuff. That alone is enough for me to take. I mean, you guys are feeding me, man. I'm getting a lot of goosebumps coming. I mean, just hearing this. I mean, like, and this is how we build, guys. Imagine, like what he said. This is free, right? This course is free. I mean, we are not charging anybody. And have your friends, everybody. This is how we build our community, guys. Like, everybody should get plugged in. Send them through the WhatsApp group, but at least they must introduce themselves. We don't just want people who are passive. We want everybody to be active, because that's how you get change. That's how you experience transformation. So that is it. But get them before you even invite someone. Tell them you have to introduce yourself. You're not judged here. We are not here to criticize you. No, has anybody been insulted here? No, we don't insult anybody. So we are not judging anybody. We welcome you. So let them know. Like he said, every English Cameroonians, every Cameroonians, both the French, they should come through this university and go through these courses. It's for their own good. It's for our own good. And so with that, guys, I would like to hear who else haven't said something. I mean, like, everybody should say something. I mean, like, has everybody said something already?
Yeah.
And also,
hello. Good
I
evening,
don't know
sir.
who's, yes, go ahead.
Oh, is there someone talking already?
Is there somebody?
can
I think
just-
Apostle Emmanuel. I haven't heard you, Apostle Emmanuel.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just joining. Yeah, I was caught up with quite a lot. I'm just joining, and just from the little I've picked so far, I must admit I'm so impressed. Yeah, so good evening, everyone. Let me begin by greeting all the fellow nation builders, and most importantly, the visionary, Reverend. Yeah, I salute you. Exceeding grace, sir.
Amen.
Okay.
Yes, go ahead, sir.
So, okay, thank you, sir. I think let me get straight to the point. Yeah, to begin with, of course, to say my mindset has really been transformed is an understatement. Let me begin this. Just even before getting to the group, you already changed something in me. There's why I say I was one of those when you mentioned the man of God that was first of all antagonistic towards this vision. Yeah, when I came in an antagonistic manner, the way you responded with calmness and maturity, and I mean, already that gave a different perspective of how life should be, especially as a leader. It protect a good leadership. Yeah, that's what pushed me to go further. Yeah, beyond that. So I applaud you for that. Already, I learned something even before getting into the platform through your response, the way you responded. That was already something that I learned as a leader that I am, how to respond to people. People are antagonistic. People who come in an attack form. People come in a violent form. How you can respond to them and calm them down. So it was just like you acted like a fire extinguisher, and you quench the fire without me knowing. Yeah, thank you, sir. I applaud you for that. Okay, let me just go straight. I think I kind of gave a summary of what I learned so far in the platform, but let me still go. Yeah, so when I got into it, the way the thing was interesting, I was just going fast. That's why I had to ask, am I going too fast or do I need to chill? Because I'm somebody, when I put my hand on the plow, I don't want to look back. Yeah, when is yeah, so I learned quite a lot. Yeah, beginning with let me begin with just the book itself, The Magic of Thinking Big. The magic of thinking, just the book, just as it presupposes, yeah, in alignment with, sometimes here as men of God, there are scriptures, we read scriptures and we have revelations, but transforming those revelation into practicality is another thing. Yeah, knowledge is different from understanding and wisdom. You can have accumulated knowledge, but how do you make use of that knowledge? How do you appropriate it? Yeah, is one of the greatest challenges. That is it. Yeah, so I discovered that, okay, you are, like Bible said, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So we are a product of our minds. You cannot grow beyond your mind. Yeah, if you think you are big, you'll be big. If you think small, you'll be small. So the greatest battles or the greatest enemy that we have is not the external enemy, but the enemy of the mind. Yeah, just like scripture speaking, metaphorically, it says the man's greatest enemy is what is the household. Household. So when we talk of household, most often we think that household is referring to your uncles, your aunts, the witches and wizards in the villages. That's what we quickly alluded to, not knowing that you are your own witch. You can be your own wizard. Yeah, in your mind. Yeah, we have a lot of witches and wizards in their mind. They are their own witches and wizards. But we quickly throw stones. Yeah, just like going again now to the blame game. Yes, it's very easy to put a blame on someone else, refusing to take responsibilities for actions. That is it. That's another thing. Stop looking for who to blame. Yeah, taking the responsibility for actions. Whatever you do, say, yeah, it is because of me. Yes, I am. Even when you think that there's in that, guys, yeah, you look for solutions. Focus on the solution and not the problem. Yeah, most often than not, we amplify the problem. Yeah, because to be honest, yeah, I happen to have been, I think I spent more than a decade of my life in South Africa. Yeah, which is, of course, a bit advanced. I just say advanced than Cameroon. So when I was there and when I came back home, the way the environment, everything was like just annoying. I never thought I put in my mind that I will only come back to Cameroon after when I'm 70 years or so. Yes, just to come back and relax, maybe for retirement. I didn't see myself in the picture when I came. Everything was, and then after a time, I think sometime I had a change of mindset. Just some years after again I visited, I said, but we are running away from Cameroon. We say we want to go to advance. Who are the people who made South Africa what it is? If everybody ran away, who will have made So development is people who make a nation. Yes, the nation cannot grow on its own. If everybody run away, who will do it? So I then came now back. Yeah, that's when I relocated. I relocated to which was very strange. And many people even up to now, they don't understand that though I was seemingly doing well that side, why will you be seemingly doing well and you relocate back to a country that they think have nothing to write home about? Yeah, because I discovered it was all in the mind. Yeah. So I kept on seeing all of the problems, but then I discovered that there are in those problems lies solution. In every problem, there is a solution in it. Powerful. That's what I discovered. And I came back. When I came now, I got into agriculture. You know, I have passion for agriculture. So I came as an agricultural entrepreneur. Yes. And I learned quite again a lot of it because I to be honest, I always got discouraged. But after this course, I'm trying to say what I learned now that has pushed me to go back to the agricultural sector, which was initially my passion. And that passion got quenched. Why? Because when I came now, there are a lot of things. I got into tomatoes farming. I was doing tomato, just this gardening, tomatoes, green pepper itself. That's what I did. These things for short-term crops, 3 months or so. Yeah, so there were a lot of challenges which I focus more on. Yeah, now I'm saying that why I failed. Yeah, just to let you know I failed. Yeah, which discouraged me. And now I'm seeing why I failed. Yes, why I focus more on the problems to begin with. Yeah, considering the volatile nature of the market. Yeah, because the market, the price system in tomato is very volatile. Yeah, at that time that I started, a basket of tomatoes was about 5,000. It went to 7,000. And then at a certain time, it went to 12,000. And then it dropped drastically to 152,000. So you see how volatile the price is. Yes. And then I got again into a dangerous system. Yeah, because I was looking at the Cameroonian price, the markets. There's no standardized system to control the prices of product. Yes, you are at the mercy of those in the market. They decide what happens. When you bring your product, they're the one deciding the price. Yeah, so it got me discouraged. I said, but what is it? And also, before forgetting about human capital, labor, that's where I also struggled. Because the people that I kept working it, another thing, you cannot work on by yourself. You must work with people. Yeah, whether I like it or not, that's another thing I learned. But now, knowing how to manage human resources, that is another very important thing. So I couldn't know. So I kept seeing the problem. People who failed me, you bring these people, they came and they'll be stealing the chemicals. They go and use it and do their own things. Yeah, when the product is ripe, yeah, we have human pests. They steal it and go and sell behind your back. I mean, there's quite a lot. Yes, and that's how money, and then to make the matters worse, at the end of the day, when I had a great production, coronavirus stroke, and that was it. That was like a big blow. Everything, the prices dramatically dropped. So even the price, the farm to market price, even you could not meet up to what. So we decided to even abandon tomatoes in the farm. Right? Because the farm to market and the prices, they dropped dramatically. So I lost millions. I mean, millions. Yeah. And that discouraged me. Yeah. I just, in my mind, I said that, no, this is not for me. Yeah. Agriculture in Cameroon is a scam. That was the mindset I put. Yeah. But now I'm discovering that no, they were in that, the problems that I kept seeing, there are solutions in it. Yes. I was focusing more on it, but how? Yeah, firstly, to begin with, I'm thinking about how could we solve this problem of farm to market road? That's what I did not look at. I easily just blame it on the farm to market road. So when you ask me why did I fail, I will enumerate reasons of failure without any proposal or proposition or what we could do. Yes, I failed farm to market road. I did not think, but how can we do to solve this issue of farm to market road? That's what I was not looking at. The market prices, the volatile or fluctuative market system. How can we do to do that? Yes, because tomatoes being a perishable this thing. How can we do to preserve these tomatoes? Yes, because it's perishable. But there are methods of preservation that we can, and equally of transforming it into end products. I never thought about this. What about a system of transforming it or looking for a method of preserving it? I did not look at it that way. You see, but now I kept on seeing problem and it discouraged me. So I practically has left my passion. But now after reading this, yeah, my passion of agriculture has been revamped. I've gone now gradually and start looking at where I failed and I'm working on it. Yeah, that's in the agricultural section. And then coming back to ministry, yeah, I know I'm a multitasker. I do quite a lot of things. Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know if you're getting me. There's a lot of rain here, heavy rain.
Come on, go ahead, man. You're on.
Are you getting me well?
Yeah.
Okay. Getting back into the area of ministry. Yeah, of course, I always differentiate my ministry from my profession. I tell people that no, I'm not a pastor or apostle by profession. It's a call. Yes, so I see that as a call, and it's different now from my profession, its original passion. I'm a businessman. I happen to be a mental health coach and an addiction and recovery specialist. Yes, so I have quite a lot of things that I do, and I separate them. Yes. So now coming back to the ministry, yes, God instructed me. Yeah, he said he is sending me to go to hospitals, big hospital, and heal the sick there. That there are many sick people, which I need to go out. I've been sitting at my comfort zone, waiting for the sick to come and meet me there. Said, no, you are not a pastor, you are an apostle. You need to go out to them. But I've been looking for complaints. I said, no, to go to the hospital, you need money. Yeah, because I have a temporal financial challenge. So I kept looking back at the challenge, but to go to the hospital, I need transport. I cannot go empty-handed. I need to buy food. Yeah, because it's actually hospital and prison. That's the ministry God is sending me to. But I'm still only problems. Going to prisoners, you need to buy maybe some toiletries and all the like. Where's the money from? Where you see? So that's where the problem is. So I have I'm also talking about goals. Yeah, so I have goals that I said, but the action plan, yeah, I had a problem with taking action. Yeah, so all those things were in the form of goals that I had to meet, but there was no action plan. So after reading about getting their goals, exercise, avoiding excuses, setting goals and taking action towards them. So I decided to take the first action, that's going to the hospital and making inquiries of the formalities. Hallelujah. There are steps to take. Yeah, I have to go. How do we take the first action? We have the 5-minute action plan and the 30 days action plan. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, I saw the two the steps to take. You take the 5 minutes action plan. We have the 30 days. So I began. So I started that initially. Begin to go, and on my health goals. What did I do? I've been struggling. I've been a sporter, but since I came back to Cameroon, I've been looking for excuses that I cannot exercise, I cannot play soccer, I cannot go and jog because of my busy schedule. I'm a puzzle, I'm a this and that, and there's no time. But I discovered that no, I have much time than I think. So I started this last week. I began by 5:36. I just go out jogging. I jog at least 30 minutes. So I've decided to do it for a minimum of 30 days. Because scientifically speaking, any habit can be formed within 30 days and you can get out of it within 30 days as well. So I've gone to the 30 days action plan. Yeah, today I went for my 4th day, the 5th day that I engaged. I started 30 minutes, today I went 45 minutes, almost to an hour. So I'm gradually getting there. That's for the health goals. And for the, hello? Seems like I'm talking too much. Please.
No, go ahead. Come on, man. Yeah.
Let me round up, and leave others to talk. Yes. So, I've talked about what goals. I've talked about, okay, and then excuses, avoiding excuses. So I've given excuses why I should not engage in exercise, excuses why I cannot go to the hospital because of finances and all the like. Yes, but then I've seen I'm now looking at the solutions. Yeah, I'll focus now on the solution than the problems that I think the problem actually is not financial problem. Yeah, but it was a mindset. I was thinking that no, I cannot do it because, so my mindset was already limiting me. Yeah, just in the same way that in the agricultural system, yeah, I also limited it that, okay, I give an excuse that I've stopped agriculture because of capital. I don't have capital anymore. But I've seen that no, it's not really the case. It's not because I don't have capital now. Yeah, fear also has come inside. I'm afraid to lose, to take risks. And I also learned about taking calculated risks.
Yeah.
Yes, like you thought, yeah. Not just taking, if you're afraid to take calculated risks, you can't go anywhere. Yes, and that's the thing. And I also followed your video, the one you posted about CY International and Alain Menget, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yes, I also picked something about what consistency. Yes, from that video, yeah, because I've actually had many projects in hands, I was like, but haven't been consistent. Yes, I will start a great project after this time. I'll quickly get discouraged. I leave it. When I face 1 or 2 challenges, I'm discouraged. Yeah, but with that analogy that you gave regarding CY, his consistency, even regardless of his academic background, regardless of the resistance and everything, yeah, he was resilient, consistent, and his tenacity has paid off. Yes, that applies in the music sector, but the same thing is applicable or can be applicable in different sectors, in all other sectors. Yes, join the media. So even in area of business, we can still apply that his technique of resilience and tenacity and consistency. In area of ministry, yes, if I've taken that approach, yeah, I'm not a musician, but I'm relating it now to my own area, my field of operation. How I can take that strength. Yeah, sometimes they say you can learn even from a fool or a madman. You can listen to everybody. Everybody has something to say. Yeah, they say it's only fools that know everything. Yeah, only fools that know everything. Nobody knows everything apart from a fool. So even the mad people or those who consider uneducated, yes, I admire the sincerity of Alain Menget. Yeah, he said he had assumed that only educated people could come with such an initiative. Yeah, so he will have wished educated people will have, because truly the approach in which CY is putting it is antagonistic. His communication skills and other like, yes. So an educated person will have done it better, but where are they? They are relocating the background. They don't have the courage. They don't want it takes. Yeah, but if an educated person stood the gap or took the forefront like he did, yes, it would have been much different. But where are they? They are not there. They are instead looking at complaints. They are afraid. They know that they'll be castigated and they are relegated. But he took it even with the flaws. He still paid off. Yes, his mind. Yeah, he paid off. Yeah, people are arguing, but the results speak for itself. You can argue the process, but you cannot argue the result. Yeah, the results speak for itself. It took somebody who is uneducated. He did not give an excuse because of educational background. He did not give an excuse. That is an Anglophone. Because, yes, that's another thing that killed me when I came. I put my mind that not Francophones. Anglophones are disadvantaged. That everything is about the, so they will not give me credit. If I applied for, okay, because I started applying for loans in agriculture. They were not giving me. I tried to look for what they call common initiative group, and so I assume that it's because I'm a Anglophone that they are not the things are unfavorable. Yes, so that killed me also. I said, but this country, once you're Anglophone, you can't go anywhere. Yes, that's the thing. So things that. So it really I call it a stereotypical mindset really got me stagnant. Yes, that was a stereotypical mindset that kept me stagnant, thinking that as an Anglophone, I cannot make it. Yeah, so it already started giving me a perspective to relocate. Yeah, recently I've been reconsidering relocation. Yeah, before this book, but this book have restructured my mind again. Amazing. Yes, I almost thought of running away, but I'm not running away anymore. Amazing. Yes, we have to face the bull by its horn. Yes, I've regained my courage. Yes, my fear, the fear is gone. And also knowing that I have people, the company that you keep, those around. You say, he that walks with the wise will become wise, even if you are foolish. Yeah, he that walks with the wise. So having a wise company, having people with the same mindset, it says, two cannot work together except they agree. So having people with a common mindset, people also with that we can, it's boosting my courage and giving me the confidence. That's another thing. My confidence have been stepped up, as well, with like-minded people. And with someone like you have challenged me, at least to be honest. You actually challenged me. I know I'm older than you are, but despite that, it has nothing to do about age. Knowledge or wisdom has nothing to do with age. It has nothing to do with race. It has not years. It has nothing to do with size and what years. So you challenged me. I don't know. Before I was like, look at this young man, this petit frère. What is this petit frère trying to say? But it's not about petit frère, because that's what people say. So look at this petit frère. What is he saying? What does he know? Yes, that already is a stereotypical mindset. That kills. They don't know that there are even people with gray hair that have nothing in their head. So gray hair is not necessarily a sign of knowledge or wisdom. Not necessarily. Yes, I've learned to listen to everyone, to be patient, and to be, just like you said, scripture says that be slow to speech and eager to listen. Be slow to speech. And so if I did not have this patience to listen, I would have missed quite a lot. Because the antagonistic approach that I was already giving, I would not have joined you. But when the way you responded, it made me not to calm down and follow. Because I'm skeptical with the people that I follow. I don't like to just follow any kind of person. But how will you know if you don't give the person a chance? Yes, that is it. You need to give a chance to be able to know. And thank you. Let me drop it for now. I think people have to talk.
Good stuff. Good stuff. I mean, good stuff.
I have quite a lot to say. Sorry, no preachers, they are talkative.
You have to do a video. You have to do a video for yourself and have it. I mean, if we'll watch it and probably post it on our page and have other people be inspired. I mean, you've said a lot. I mean, like I've written until I'm like, wow, this is good stuff. You've talked about a lot of stuff, and one of the takeaways, I think, somebody has their hands up. I think is Kingsley. Kingsley wanted to ask a question. But before you ask, let me make a remark about what Apostle has just said. Beautiful stuff, right? He talked about the volatility in the economy and how the fluctuation of prices and all of that. These are some key things to identify when you're starting a business, say in Cameroon. But like he said, the greatest is mindset, right? If you believe that Anglophones can make it in Cameroon, Anglophones will make it in Cameroon. He talked about the employees and their behavior. And that is why we want every Cameroonian to go through this program. Because if you have an employee who has the right mindset, they will do right by you at doing their job, right? If you have employees, you have, business people around that have gone through this, when you come to do business with them, they will not cheat you, right? They will not treat you bad, because why? They have the mindset of growth, the growth mindset. You see what I'm saying? Not the fixed mindset. They think in a different way. That is why we cannot be, if you are selfish with knowledge, you go out there and meet another person that is terrible, that has not gone through that knowledge, and they will treat you bad, and you'll be angry, not knowing they don't have the information you have in your head. So you get them to go through that, so that together, when you meet, now you are meeting people that are thinking right towards you, acting differently towards you. Why? Because they are informed. You see what I'm saying? If I came to help fix our nation and do something, and I just came with what I have in my head only, and I'm trying to do what I'm doing, it will go nowhere. And that is why we got this knowledge. And like, these people made their own country great. We too can make our own great. How do we get there? Let's start thinking the same first. Let's think right. Let's behave. Let's let our own lives be transformed first. And then when we come together to do something, we will have a different kind of energy. That is why I encourage whatever you're learning here, go put it in your life. Like, I'm proud of Apostle and the steps that he has taken, the 5-minute action plan, the 30 days action plan. Everybody should have that. The things that I prioritize in my house here is the home gym and a library. Have a library, collection of books. This is where I spend, when I'm done with work, this is where I spend most of my time. Either I'm in the gym or I'm with a good book. Networking. So there are 3 things in life, right? The books you read, the associations you keep, and the conferences that you attend. These 3 things will transform your life. The books you read, the associations you keep, and the conferences that you attend. And this can make a whole lot for you. It can really transform your life. So I think we've got a lot out of that. I want to make sure that we're on time. And I mean, that's one thing. We respect time here in the States, and I think we should make that a practice in back home. We say start time is a start time, the end time is the end time. We don't keep anybody waiting. So we have 8 minutes to go. So go ahead and ask your question, Pastor Kingsley. Yes, go ahead and ask your question, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. I'm thank Apostle Emmanuel from Yawinde for wonderful inspiration he has laid down for us. Yes, I want to ask a question because there was something I once studied. Sometimes when you don't ask a question, you remain in slavery. So when you ask a question, sometimes answers are given, it frees you. There was something somebody said here concerning about the mental perceptions that our fathers in time past, and even those who are already heirs in this nation and out of this nation, have already impacted into our minds.
Yeah.
And many of our brothers are moving with the mentality that that Anglophones have been oppressed. Yeah. I wanted to ask, am I allowed to give just a few things that I have once studied concerning the issue of oppression? Because I took time during the crisis to study oppression and the power of oppression, what it has to do with the oppressed.
Yeah, take 2 minutes and do that. Take 2 minutes and do that so we wrap up. Go ahead. Yes.
Thank you. The first thing first that I learned in your leadership is this. For your leadership to remain effective, it is essential that you take the other influencers within the group with you to the higher levels. And I really like that initiative from you. The power of oppression is the ignorance of the oppressed. That's the problem. The power of oppression is the ignorance of the oppressed. When you are ignorant, the person who oppresses you will continue to do it a time and again. Just like the power of falsehood is ignorant of a believer. If they keep you in ignorance, they will be able to control you. They will be able to say whatever and you will take actions. And so I once take time to listen and to learn a lot of things when it comes to the issue of oppression. and I have to graft out almost 11 or 10 things concerning oppression, the effects of oppression. I know, yes, we have been oppressed, but now sometimes when we get knowledge, we see oppression as an opportunity to create a bigger vision than the person who thinks he can keep you in captivity.
Whoa, powerful.
Oppression makes people become irresponsible. That's the first thing I have ever learned when it comes to oppression. Number two, oppression makes you, it gives you hatred towards hard work. No matter what people are saying, you will see work, and the person oppressing you, you will have hatred and bias, bitterness towards hard work. Number three, you will have the spirit of laziness. I learned this from the oppression of the children of Israel in Egypt. Number four, the spirit of fear and timidity will be instigated in you. And because I learned certain things from Miles Morrow about change, and change is something that we need to embrace.
Yeah.
Because I once read in his book, and he said that change that happened to us is very important. This is change that is anticipated by our personal life, family, careers, and so forth. There is a kind of change that happened around us. But the change that happened around us, we can control it. The change that happened to us, we can still control it. And there is a change that happens within, that is inside of us. And then the last one, there is a change that we initiate. And I like that this is the change that Reverend Fru is initiating. We have been oppressed, good and fine. Not everyone knows about it, the world knows about it, but we need to initiate a change. And for us to initiate a change, the greatest change we can initiate is within us.
Powerful.
We need to see change in us before we see it in others. Because I also learned that one of the ways that the enemy who us as an oppressor is that there is poor self-concept. You see yourself all time as a failure because somebody oppressed you for long. Longevity of oppression does not stop you from success. And then there is lack of creativity. When many people see creativity, you see what? You only see the oppressed. Instead of you seeing creativity, you only look about the person oppressing you. When the children of Israel were in Egypt, there was nothing they could create, but immediately they left, they were able to do greater things. And even till today, we are wondering how and why it happens. And then there is low self-esteem. That's the power of oppression. And then there is selfishness, selfish spirit, greediness, egocentrism is part and parcel of oppression. Because when they oppress you, they make your brother your enemy.
Yeah.
Pastor Emmanuel said to us here that he came to Reverend Fru. Yes, I met him one day in his video, and I took his number and called him one break-it morning, and I talked to him personally. I didn't watch many of his videos. But the truth is that when somebody oppresses you for long, he takes your brothers and then create the mindset of oppression and use them to oppress you.
Yeah.
And so I think that Reverend Fru comes for us to initiate change, but the greatest change that we will initiate will begin with us. When you still walk around with the mentality of oppression, we are going to keep ourselves in a state of mediocrity. Nelson Mandela said, I was in prison, but my mind was not in prison.
Amazing stuff.
That was what gave him a great change to make South Africa what it is today from the hands of the appetite. And so I think that one of the things is that the spirit of distrust, you do not trust your own people anymore. Yeah. When operations stay for a long time in your mind, you don't trust your own people. If I didn't trust a reverend, I could have never come to him. But because my mind was transformed, I have already learned I could not look at him as an enemy, even though he does a lot of work, both in the kingdom and outside the kingdom. I could have looked at him, and because I've read a lot of comments, many people are saying he is not supposed to be a pastor, this or that. My part as being a pastor doesn't stop me from being a citizen of my country and to participate in the building of my own nation. The last one is that lack of initiative. You cannot initiate anything when you are oppressed, whether you like it or not. And so waiting people to tell you what to do is part and parcel of people who are in oppression. You always wait for people to initiate for you. You can't create initiation. That's why most Anglophones are looking for jobs. Instead to become job creators, they are looking for jobs.
Amazing.
And so I will end by saying that one thing that I will make it very clear is that the largest gap existing between the successful people and unsuccessful people is thinking, not high intelligence or smartness or intelligence or how you think. It is how you think. So that's the gap. And so this does not matter whether you have academics credentials that is recognized across the world. If you do not think rightly, you will need to know that success is already hidden from you, and you will end up with the certificates in your hands and you will go nowhere. So I want to really thank you, Reverend, for this great privilege. I've learned a lot, and I believe that one thing that you have emphasized is that things like intelligence, smart weight, color, high dressing, or any kind of things or kind of advantage, but the attitude makes a difference. You can be very intelligent, but when you lack attitude, you will fail. The last but not the least, two things that will make your future very important. Number one, the books you read are very important. The friends you keep. Two things I've made of my life. There are books that when I just see the titles, I don't want to read. And if I read just the introduction, I know what is inside. I will dump the book. There are friends that when I interact with you and I don't see anything motivating me towards my purpose and giving me encouragement, I know that this friend is a loophole in order to keep me in slavery. And so thank you so much. I'm well blessed.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Good stuff. I wish we had more time, but that was so impactful. I mean, this is the kind of energy that we need. I mean, like, even on Facebook, this is how we have to be addressing our people. We have to spread this message everywhere, because guess what, guys? If we don't have the Anglophone people, the Cameroonian people thinking like this, whatever you build, I can tell the challenges that you meet. If people are not thinking right like this, like, I mean, see the energy that is coming out of, out of Pastor Kingsley. I mean, good stuff. This is how we got to spread the word, guys. We got to be one. And one thing I'll say, I think Enes has his hands up. Enes, what question do you have? Like, let's just have maybe 3 more minutes. We have to go. Like, Enes, yes, Enes, go ahead. Enes? Okay. So guys, let's wrap up this session. One thing that I wanted us to pray for as we go, as God was putting in my heart, is that we pray against the spirit of crap in the bucket mentality. I think, like Pastor Kingsley just outlined it, when people feel oppressed, you see, they just try to hold each other. We don't celebrate individual success in our community. And if I see somebody like Pastor Asobo, Apostle Asobo, Emmanuel, with all the, I mean, like, he's gone through the book, like, I mean, like, he just devoured the book, and like, man, this is where I am. And when we see that kind of speed, or we're like, oh, what are you trying to prove? No, we celebrate that. That's amazing that you did that. And that is exactly what we should do. And if people are exceptional in our community, we should raise them up. And as we raise them up, guess what? The little child down the street looks at it and say, oh, me too, I can be great. That's what Americans do. That's why you see A-class celebrities, great entrepreneurs like Facebook. When we see these individuals, people say, this is what it means to be an American. And everybody rally behind them, celebrate them. And every other young person and every other individual is inspired to be great. And that is what we plan to do with this. We will celebrate individual success. Celebrate people. It's not the community, it's the person. And as that person raises up, that community embodies that same spirit. So, guys, we'll wrap up this session. If anyone feels led in their spirit, you can pray and wrap it up, please. I don't want to hold anyone out here.
Can I say something?
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Okay. I just want to give a remark. I want to say it was an amazing meetup. This is our first meetup for Nation Builders University, and I am really impressed and blessed by everything that was shared. I feel like everyone in this study is really taking it serious, and it's so encouraging, and it's giving the vibe of a successful Cameroon. I feel like it will come faster than we even think about it.
Yeah.
I am just so excited, and I want to keep encouraging us. If you have any difficulties with the course, I'll always be there. You can inbox me, or I'm going to be writing everyone participating in the group. So if you have any problem with the course or you're stuck somewhere, please, you can reach out to my inbox or to Reverend Fru, and we will be glad to assist you. I wish you all the best, and we are going to see again next week the same time. That's 6 p.m. Cameroon time till 8 p.m. Yeah.
Everybody
All
stay
right, if you
blessed.
like this
I
video,
don't-
you're
yeah,
gonna
we want to
like
be
this
strict with
other
time and let it
episode,
be a
and you
culture
can
that
watch
we
it by
embody.
clicking
So please,
right here.
those who are in the prayer group, we will pray in the prayer group. So let's go ahead and wrap up this session. God bless you all. And I know we are going somewhere. This is just the beginning. Stay strong and remain blessed. Bye for now.
All right, if you like this video, you're gonna like this other episode, and you can watch it by clicking right here.